Hi, and welcome to this quick overview of the Webiny API. So when you install Webiny, in the main menu you're going to find your API information. We're after the main GraphQL API. So let's just click this URL to open the GraphQL Playground. Essentially, this URL is your API endpoint for GraphQL, and if you open that in your browser, we detect that and load the GraphQL Playground instead. So here you're going to find several of the queries and mutations that come pre-installed with Webiny, and let's write a sample query. For example, let's list all the environments we have in our headless CMS. You'll see here that I'm actually not authorized, and that's expected because the API is protected through access control layer, and I need to provide the right permissions. So I do have a user account that has all the permissions, but I just need to provide an access token. So for that, I'm going to create a personal access token. Let's call it demo token. I'm going to copy that and close this. So if I go back here and on the headers, I provide the access token and rerun my query, you'll see that actually I have access now. And also when it comes to the architecture of the API, this is a sample of how the API layer looks like. So all the requests go through a CDN to an API gateway and then hit Apollo federation. And behind Apollo, we have all the microservices. As I mentioned, Webiny comes with several pre-installed microservices, but the beautiful thing is you can add as many new microservices as you want. And if you add a new service, redeploy it, it will automatically be registered with the Apollo server, and you will see the new service show up here in the GraphQL schema. So actually, let's try and do that. To generate a new microservice, we have a few scaffolding templates which we can use now. So let's do yarn Webiny scaffold, and we'll pick the GraphQL Apollo service. We can just use the API books, that's where it's going to be created for us, and the name of the initial data model, let's keep it to book, and it's going to generate a template for us. So now I've created my new microservice and I need to deploy it. I'm deploying the API and I'm running my local environment. So that's going to deploy the new service. It's going to take a few minutes because creating a new microservice means we need to redeploy the Apollo server and a few other bits and pieces. So once that runs, our new microservice is going to be exposed in the GraphQL schema. So let's just wait a few minutes. Great, so our API has been redeployed, and now if we refresh the GraphQL Playground, we should be able to see our new service available. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of the Webiny API.